Good afternoon, students. From our flagship corporate lecture series, Leadership and Entrepreneurship Aspiration Development Program, the Asian Education Group once again brings to you an enterprising and an internationally recognized achiever today. LEAD is an initiative of AG which aims at inculcating and developing a leadership and the spirit of entrepreneurship among the young generation. Leadership and entrepreneurship development is the need of the hour and a necessary tool for sustainable development, business growth, employment generation, and empowerment. AG Lead invites industry professionals from the upper echelons and requests them to share their highly valued experiences which inspire and guide students towards innovative thinking, making them aware of the benefits of new ventures, self-development, and attributes for being effective and efficient leaders. Few speakers invited under this program include the late Sri Pranab Mukherjee, ex-President of India, Dr. Kiran Bedi, ex-IPS officer and the current Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, Mr. Sagar Daryani, founder of Wow Momos, General Bikram Singh, the former Chief of the Army Staff, Mr. R.K. Somani, Managing Director, HSIL Limited, Mr. Philip Kotler, the father of modern marketing, Mr. Richard Recchi, former CEO, KPMG, R. Gopalakrishnan, former director, Tata Sons Limited, just to name a few. As Albert Einstein says, and which so aptly describes our guest today, try not to become a man of success, rather become a man of value. On behalf of Asian Education Group, I welcome you all to this exclusive webinar, The Real Padman, in conversation with the very enterprising pathfinder and a trailblazer, Mr. Arunachalam Muruganantham, a social entrepreneur and a Padma Shri awardee. Mr. Arunachalam Muruganantham was born on the 7th of January 1961, and he is a social entrepreneur from Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu, India. He is the inventor of a low-cost sanitary pad making machine and is credited for innovating grassroots mechanisms for generating awareness about traditional unhygienic practices around menstruation in rural India. His many machines, which can manufacture sanitary pads for less than a third of the cost of commercial pads, have been installed in 23 of the 29 states of India. He is currently planning to expand the production of these machines to 106 nations. His low-cost machines that make sanitary pads have earned him international recognition. A. Murugunantham's story has been told on the big screen as Padman. His life is a haze of interviews to newspapers, TV channels, and radio stations. His phone doesn't stop ringing, and his wife sees him only during mealtimes. To the world, he is a social entrepreneur, padman, or the menstrual man. The man who wore a sanitary napkin, the low-cost sanitary napkin machine that he created, is changing the lives of thousands of women across the world. But at his home in Coimbatore, he is a busy father whose bonding time with his daughter is during his work tours. He also takes her along since he's rarely home. He has gained international recognition, but the man is matter of fact about his celebrity status. My work remains the same, he says, seated in the living room of his rented home. Tomorrow, I will walk into a remote village with my machine and no one will recognize me, he says. Nothing has changed or will change, but the cause that he upholds to take sanitary pads to every nook and corner of India is gradually gaining momentum. In another 30 years, Muruganantham is sure to get 100% reach. The movie, period, end of sentence, won the Academy Award for the Best Documentary for the year 2018. The 2018 Hindi film, Padman, was made on his invention, starring Akshay Kumar as him. In 2014, he was included in the Times magazine's list of 100 most influential people in the world. In 2016, he was awarded the Padma Shri by the Government of India. Mr. Arunachalam Muruganantham, we welcome you to this platform where we await eagerly to hear about your tremendous journey catapulting you to international recognition. I hand over the session to you, sir.
So good afternoon, everyone. So, Madam, I introduced much. So, my name is Arunachalam Muruganantham. Actually, my father name is Arunachalam. Because of the Western style, usually Muruganantham, Arunachalam is Indian style, but because of visa and various formalities, I become Arunachalam Muruganantham. So, what make me to speak on webinars, the Padma Shri Award, so much awards. So, what I did. So I'm not a sports person. I'm not, a film actor. So what makes, the important secret is I try to help my wife, or everything I started from my wife. Now it has gone global. So what I want to say to the gentleman, anything you want to be famous personalities, you want to be rich or something, please start from your wife, something doing good. So anybody you want to change the world, first you change your family, then change your street, then your village, then come to change the world. So all I started from a small village in down south in Tamil Nadu in Coimbatore city, almost 30 kilometers away from the city. My father is a handloom weaver and my mother is a housemaker. Suddenly my father died in a road accident. So then my mother took care of the family. So she joined in a nearby farm and he earns around 10-15 rupees per day. So suddenly he became a caretaker of the family because of sudden absence of my father. So out of 10 or 15 rupees, what she is earning, with that, she is trying to make me as a lawyer. So what you are going to be in future. And I'm having two younger sisters, one sister into doctor, another sister into police officer. Why? Because she used to see many movies in a during talkies, not even a proper building. Even many younger generation, you don't know the term called during talkies. It is a thatched theater, so the films. Where in screens, Vaijantis and Hema Malinis do a lot of miracles. So by seeing the film, my mother also want to do the same, what the heroines doing in the screen in a real life. So being a small adolescent boy, I understood it is only possible by Hema Malinis and Vaijantis in screen, not by poor mother. To support my mother, I decided one day under the neem tree, from tomorrow I'm not going to school. That is a remarkable day in my life, so don't mistake in me. Because not I'm aware, I'm not interested on education, something. Just I want to help my mother in a monetary aspect. I want to work. So being adolescent boy, I thought somebody will give a job, something. Then I stopped schooling, going to school. Then I become a workshop helper. Then later I become a welder, learning welding and all. Then the moment you are having age around 20, 25, you are having a small business. What is next? Even though seeing many men, they are suffering, it is very difficult. It is very serious to manage. Knowing everything, I also did the same mistake. One day I got married. That is arranged marriage. So being a newly married guy, what is your important job? Just impress your new wife. So that's what I'm giving a 5 rupees plastic pendant or 10 rupees glass bangle, not giving to direct. I ask to gift wrap. Then there is a color ribbon. Then I say, my wife name is Santi. Close your eyes, Santi. Turn left, turn right. This way I used to give value for my small gift. This is a value addiction. So like that, my life gone. One day I saw my wife is carrying something behind her. The purpose is not, it is hiding. She don't want to show it to me. Then I thought she's playing with me. I ran behind her. I saw a nasty rag cloth with blood stain. I don't even use the cloth to clean my two-wheeler. Then I understand she is adopting an unhygienic method on her period days. Oh, now I'm coming to the point. Even though I talked this subject for hundreds of dias, thousands of webinars, the moment you come to that main core of the topic, maybe many audience, you get some, some irritation. Oh my God, what is this talking? Because the subject, what I'm going to handling for last 2 decades, or what I'm handling on public dias, it's a taboo for centuries. I don't know for how many centuries, from 5 BC or something. So because this is the subject, a daughter never talk to mother, a wife never talk to husband. So friends, they don't talk each other. It is the biggest taboo. Menstruation is the biggest taboo. So such a subject, I started talking dialogue with my newly married wife. that too 25 years ago. So she get frustrated. I simply ask, why you are adopting this method? There is some product. Even I don't know the term called sanitary pad. Then she reply is clapping on my cheek. You know what? You know, she replied, I also know about that product, but myself, other women at our family start using. Then we have to cut our family milk budget. Then really I get shocked. What is the connection between using a sanitary pad and not buying milk for our family? Then I understood it's a matter of affordability, the cost factor. That's what I decide on a particular day. Why not offer a sanitary pad packet as a gift to my new wife? So I'm not lying in front of students or in front of faculties, because many people, they got a small accolade, they become small awardee. They will say in public, you know, from my childhood, I want to do something for society. I want to become a second Mother Teresa. I don't want to lie. On a particular day, after seeing my wife using a rag cloth, I'm having an only idea, why not offer a sanitary pad packet as a gift to my new wife to just impress her. That is true. Then I decide, but where can I go? I have to go to a medical shop. In my village, nobody is selling the sanitary pads. Then I took my cycle, I ride around 14 kilometers. I end up in a medical store. Then the shopkeeper asking, what brand you want? Who knows brand and all? I just point out a packet inside the showcase. What he did, he took the sanitary pad packet. He never handed out me like other products. He placed on an old newspaper. He wrapped. He looks left and right. He handed out me like a smuggled product. That makes me really funny. Why he is doing like this? I become curious also. So what is inside? Then I took the packet to my home. I opened the packet. Very first time I'm taking a pad. I'm touching a sanitary pad. I took out that pad, an 8-inch length white color substance like a bandage. Note the point. I told I am a son of a handloom weaver. That is why I'm having rapport, connection, or knowledge with cotton, yarn, and all. Now I am taking a sanitary pad. A white color substance is cotton. Maybe 10-gram cotton inside the pad. They wrapped with some cloth. 10-gram cotton raw material cost in 1998 is 10 paise. But I bought the product for 10 rupees a pad. That's what, being uneducated, illiterate, I got an idea. Why not try to make affordable pad for my wife? That is it. You know the point. I am having a domain knowledge on cotton. Then I'm having a domain knowledge on engineering. That is why I'm deciding why not to try sanitary pad. Note the points, because now many younger generation, without adequating their domain knowledge, they are trying to bend the sky. They are trying to change the world with other person knowledge. Now, outsourcing is only possible to Mukesh Ambani or Ratan Tata, somebody, but being a new entrant in entrepreneurship or in life, who will obey you? The moment you have domain knowledge or billions of money in account, then only the higher your person, they will obey you. Please note the point. Now, now I decide, why not try to a affordable pad. Then I went to a textile mill. You know, in Coimbatore, there are in and out hundreds of textile mills. I bought a cotton web, which is used in beauty parlor and all to wipe your face. Then I took my home, I cut it into rectangle. I wrapped with the viscose cloth used in handcuffs and collars to make stiff. In 2 days, I made a similar napkin what I bought from the shop. Now the problem is, something I am doing a research on engineering field, very well I can do in my smaller shop. Now I entered into women personal hygiene. I need a women volunteer to check my pads. Where can I go? The only available choice is my wife. She is a victim. Then I hand over the napkin to my wife. Then after 15 days, I got a nasty feedback. She told on a particular day, the napkin is useless, it is waste. She is going back to rag cloth using method. See, she give a nasty result. It is a failure. That makes me, Muruga is speaking on a webinar today for AG College. Because on a particular day, while I'm handing the napkin, Santi says the napkin is good. The Muruganantham parrot is no there. There is no film of padman. Because she rejected, she give a very, the feedback like a failure. That makes me to think, because a simple cotton matter make me fail. I am working with ions. So what is that? So I am continuously researching with various milk cotton. I connected with my younger sisters. But being a illiterate women like my wife and sisters, they become frustrated. because this is the first time a man is talking to a woman about women personal hygiene as but menstruation. Even being a wife and sisters, they're really frustrated. They want me. You're going on talking about this, then we will tell to my mother. Then they thought I dropped the research. I never dropped. I tried to get help from medical college girls. There is also a problem. Even the future doctor girls, they're having hesitation. That is why it forced me to use sanitary pad on my underwear. I can wear a sanitary pad, but where can I go for uterus? I made an artificial uterus in a rubber bladder. I filled animal blood in it. I tied on my hip. While I'm walking and cycling, I made a small doses of press. A doses of blood will go to the sanitary pad, which I'm wearing. You just imagine the whole story never happened in Las Vegas or New York or London. It is happened in a small Orthodox village in down south of Tamil Nadu. That is why I faced a lot of problems, because while I'm testing, there is a blood stain on my dhoti. It's a foul smell, because there are so many stories happen around me. First, they told me to my wife, I'm roaming behind medical college girls. Then she left. She sent a divorce notice for me. That's my first account I got. Then even after using sanitary pad myself for 3 to 4 weeks, I think around 25, 26 days, I feel it is unnatural. But I found one secret after using wet sanitary pad in my underwear. The strongest creature created by God in the world, not a lion, not an elephant, not a tiger, the women. So any man you are having a doubt, please use wet sanitary pad in your underwear. Send us the feedback to muruganantham_in@yahoo.com. Even today, I'm getting feedback. I'm Dennis from Denmark. Muru, I got a heavier cold on 4th day. Severe fever. Yes, the men anatomy is weaker than women. Luckily, they forget we are dominating. Now I'm coming to the point. So even after using sanitary pad 28 days, I'm not finding, because why this becomes so difficult? The sanitary pad or the women personal hygiene domain is monopolized by Europe companies and American companies like P&G, J&J. So no one knows what is it. It is a Da Vinci code. An uneducated person, accidentally entering the domain is trying to decode it. That is why it has become a difficult. It is running, months are running, years are running. I'm unable to decode the material, what they're using. Then after 2 years, what I did finally, I tried to collect used napkin from the women. Why? Because supplying napkin to women and girls, they're trying to get the feedback orally. It is difficult. Why not collect the used pad? That pads will speak to me. That's why I collect the first batch of sanitary pad used by the medical college girls. I took like a treasure in my muffet. I spread all in my small home, backyard of my home. One fine Saturday evening, I left for a whole night, because 10 to 20 girls use napkin. What the foul smell it will create. Then I waited for the whole night. The foul smell will go. On Sunday morning, I wrapped my nose with the handkerchief, like how that pandemic, everybody wearing that mask. Then I'm seriously researching what happened to my napkin. I have to supply company napkin also to check what is the difference between my napkin after using and company napkin. I never realized my mother is coming back. She thought son is cleaning chicken for Sunday. The moment come and saw the substance on the table, she started crying like anything. She told the same. Somebody did on my son. He became totally mad. She left instantly, taking all her belongings. Then he's staying in my sister's home. The moment mother left, the whole village come out a story. My body entered a bad spirit. That's why I become a vampire in the evening. I'm drinking girl's blood. That's why the cough panchayat in my village, they want to chase out myself, or they want to put upside down in a holy tree to take out the bad spirit from my body. If they will do, then they will kill me. Then I ran out from a village. Now I understood the secret of the raw material. But even after knowing the material, you need a multi-million-dollar plant to process the material. But I never bother about that. I spent another 4.5 years on my mechanical domain. I made small machines. From the day one, after 8.5 years, I succeed to apply the raw material on that same raw material used by Johnson and big companies on my small machine. I succeed to make napkin. Then same napkin I supply to the second or third batch of medical college girls. One day I got the feedback from the girl. That day, Indian girls started driving gearless scooters, the scooty. Then I met a girl on the street. Then I asked, beautiful scooter and my napkin. They used to call me as brother. Bhaiya, I forgot your pad, na? See the feedback. A girl on a period using my pad, but is she forget? She is on period. Such a comfort my napkin is giving. Oh my God, I succeed. It's a Yoga day for me. It is a Yoga day for me. Now I'm having a innovation, world first innovation. So far, the sanitary pad making is macro and centralized model of doing business by Americans and Europe's. Very first time, a village boy from down south, he created a small equipment to make world-class pad at your home, that too with the uneducated women. But who knows? So somebody should evaluate the machine. Then I send it to the nearest IIT, for me is IIT Madras. Then I met very first time the English which I am speaking from 2009 December. Earlier I spoke only Tamil, my vernacular language. Even I don't know Hindi, anything. So I sent my machine to IIT for evaluation. Very first time I'm seeing man with French cut, that mustache and beard are joined. They never wear a full pant, off pant. It's a Bermudas, Nike shoes. They're speaking English with whole body. Hey, oi. I never bother because whatever they're asking, what I did the machine with my domain knowledge. If they ask what is the material used is EN36. Why the blade angle is 15 degree? I can explain because it is not happened out of magic. It's not on probability. It is on hard work on a knowledge platform. That's why they agree. It is an innovation. I got an IPR rights later. But only they are having doubt why this man spent his whole life, 8.5 years, after sacrificing his family and all. What is going to do with this small equipment? Their doubt is, in what way I'm going to apply the small machine again, big multinational corporation. So many times, being a younger generation, if you are having a difference of your opinion with your seniors, with your faculties, your girlfriend, or father, mother, don't debate with them. So the practical success, then the world will shut their mouth. That's why I sent my first machine from Tamil Nadu to Madhubani in Bihar. It's a miracle happened. It's a one-man army. I set up the machine there. Like if you see the Padman movie, it is narrated same. Then I will give the training to the village women. They make sanitary pad. Then no one know. Only I know the miracle is happened. Then I come back to Coimbatore. I make another machine. So by that I worked in Andhra village. I got a data. No one will agree with me. I got a data. Not even 10% women are using sanitary pad in 2005. Then suddenly I become a stage speaker, public speaker. I spoke in Delhi very first time in 2006, early 2006, in front of top brass officials, ministers. I spoke openly. See, not even 10% women are using sanitary pad. Only 10% women are using sanitary pad, 90%. Then nobody will agree with me because even if I'm telling you, if you're seeing advertisement every 10 minutes in all channels, they're cutting the napkin into pouring blue color water, red color water. Out of it, you're having a mindset you thought in all women in India are using. But in my knowledge, after working with deep packets of India, I realized, my God, Indian women are not using pads. Then some ministerial, they become serious. Then they called EC Nielsen, is the biggest, the survey company. Then they took 18 months. They come out data. Muruga told 10% women only using. They told 88% women are not using sanitary pad. 88% women in India are not using sanitary level in 2006. Note the point, from 1947 to 2006, in spite of presence of multinational companies on all department in government, the penetration is not even 12%. So that's why the small machine which I made, a macro and micro setup, now I made this as a women to women model, for the one, by the one, of the one model. The woman is making sanitary pad. She is going to other women. She is talking one-to-one, how important that women personal hygiene, what the problem if you create, if you're not using. Like that, we are able to convert a woman from unhygiene to hygiene method. That is why the biggest corporation or government, what they are unable to do, the small, the business method. Later, the world is given the name. Oh, Muruga is social entrepreneur, the innovation, everything I did first, then I got the name second because of the English, social entrepreneur, everything. because I gave the napkin to my wife and my sisters in my village, in my city. Then I started giving the technology to across India to all my sisters. So that's why they called as a social entrepreneur. Then this all, you need a mindset first of all to conceive this, because if you study something, if you breed in a small campus, then you come with a fixed mindset. You cannot see, even you cannot image to do something different. Because by studying somewhere, if you are trying to create something, it is a copy. It is not an innovative or creative. Creative is something out of books, out of education. It is coming from the sky or something. If you are having a spiritual belief, something you can call it as a given by God. So that's what, more than connecting with your, not the books or department, everything, please try to connect with nature much time than what you are spending in library. Don't mistake me. You study in library, you become a bookworm. I never bother. You got India first, college first, all first, inspired. I know you can come out with the gold medal with an ignorance. If you connect with nature, if you connect with society, if you open your eyes 100%, you hear 100%, so that makes you a 100% personality to think out of box. That is what even the whole India, the whole world offered me. I know the model which I'm doing is going to create a change in society. It has become proven, not only proven. Why? Because even after 2 decades, I'm speaking. It is made on, biography is made on film. So it's not like one leg he succeed, then he become a celebrity, then vanished into thin air. Not like that. Still, I'm alive. I'm supplying machine to Andaman and Nicobar Island, somewhere in Kenya. This one, I'm a live current. You can also be a live current if you are able to think creative. Mainly, if you are able to handle the problem of the society by becoming a solution provider. So that's what ultimately tried to become a solution provider. That's what, after inventing the machine, my goal I set as not making is a big company, $1 billion, everything. I'm not against money or this and all. My philosophy is everything should come as a byproduct. Don't focus on money, Audi, BMW, Ferrari as a prime. It should be a byproduct, something you are trying to achieve. You see my vision, creating a $1 million rural employment and converting India into 100% menstrual hygiene awareness country. So while I'm doing, I'm not a philanthropy or Mother Teresa. I'm an entrepreneur, name called JC Industries. I'm selling my machine for need-based profit margin. So like that, while I'm creating a million job for the poor man, what's wrong? I'm having an Audi car. So this way, try to do something constructive, a creative change and a meaning to your life. Then everything, it become a byproduct. The 4-bedroom apartment, the Audi car, the servant, everything is become a byproduct. So like that, make your life as a byproduct and give a meaning in your life. So that's what. So the prime aim of this Muruga's life, the meaning of my life is creating a million job for poor women and making us a 100% sanitary napkin using country, the India. Now it has become world across the globe. So this what. So use your education to address a problem. Be a solution provider. Don't use your education. Simply survive in your life. Thank you very much.
So remarkably amazing story, sir, and so real. But what is actually baffling, sir, here, that your invention came at a great personal loss, wherein you nearly lost your family, money, and place in the society. What kept you still going? Did you ever think of just giving it all up?
It's a very really good question. So usually, like they will ask Muruga, the wife left, the mother left, why you are not give up? So again and again, I'm stressing on the domain knowledge, because many younger generation now they're neglecting the knowledge. Something they are trying to do with the magic wand, or with the father's influence, a mother influence, or the faculty, or a good college. If you join in a good college, they will create the future. Nobody will bother about your future. You have to create your own future. So that's what I'm saying. So here, one person is building his future in a good manner, in a proper way. Another is failed. It is simple. One word is the answer. The failure person is discouraged. The succeed one is encouraged. So this way, every individual life, the amount of that encouragement and discouragement is a factor of success and failure. Then what is the secret? Keep yourself continuously an encouraged person, in spite the whole world coming to you. Yes, if something you are trying to do a different, the whole world, the important job, they will come and discourage you. Nobody will come and encourage you. Even today, a younger generation who is hearing that webinar is trying to create not gearless, wheelless car. Even the faculty, his mother, father, everybody laugh. Oh my God, you are thinking my bagal ho gaya. But it's a good idea, a wheelless car. The whole world become a mad after that internal combustion engine and fossil fuel. They are going for EV, Kiwi. What is that electric vehicle? It's nothing more than for combustion engine. So really, you want a wheelless car, something a power from source, some energy from gravitational force or some solar force. That is called innovation, not the stupid EV. So like that, if you are doing something innovative, 99.9 or 105% discouragement only will come. So like that, I am also having an encouragement and discouragement mode in my personality or body. So anybody trying to come and trying to discourage me, I am also discouraged, like how? Like a sneeze. I will hold discouragement like a sneeze, but I will hold encouragement like a breath. Simple secret I'm giving. Hold your hope like a breath. Leave your discouragement like a sneeze. That's it.
It's very beautifully said, sir. So the next question coming to you is, throughout your life journey till today, which is that moment which you cherish the most?
What's important, turning point, something is relevant, but there are a lot, but only one important now. I actually, if you check with the BBC, see, everywhere I told the same. I started setting up the machine in a remote part of India, because many people are thinking 20 super metros or 100 metros are building India. It is not true. 600,000 villages are building India, not that 100 cities are 20 super metros. Like that, I used to work in Rajangaon, somewhere in Vijayawada, and even I tell Tegri. So like that, I'm started working in deep pockets of India. One point of time, I'm working in Uttarakhand in Tegri in a hilly village with Gujars. So it's a hilltop. I'm struggling for months to set up a sanctified packet for that tribal women. Then I succeed. Then later I am connected with the particular group. Then I understood nobody ever gone to school for centuries. I don't know for how many centuries. They're depending with cattle, talk, buffaloes and all. Such a community, I set up a machine. Then I came back to Coimbatore. After a year, I got a call from that woman in a small Nokia cell phone. Bhaiya, while you're staying at my home, you saw a girl. That girl started going to school. Oh my God, what Nehru failed, Gandhi failed, the whole economical system is failed. The simple machine is succeed. A girl started going to school. That is noble for me. That's the happiest moment. Even I never forget.
So you cherish that the most. And what
Yes.
about the most difficult incident in your life, sir?
Every day. So even today, talking on the webinar, handling this is really difficult, because they will, even while hearing, somebody will think, what is it? What he did? He's saying about some scientific, because the subject what I'm talking, men totally unaware. Luckily on the dais, I saw a woman. Oh my God, I saved. Suppose you are also a man. What is my? You just think, because you are able to grasp completely what I'm talking. you are giving the same, the man, even today it is a gloomy, what I'm talking is a gloomy. I'm something talking about astronomy, like astrology or spiritual. So I'm sorry to matching all with the menstruation. It is a gloomy area what I'm talking. That's why struggling even today is every morning is day one for me. Only on webinars and parties I'm a celebrity. That's all.
You are a celebrity. So you must have watched this movie, Padman. How closely has this movie depicted your real life struggles and experiences?
It is about mass communication. I hesitated, so I am interested to make as a Hollywood movie because I want to make this message to give all over the world. Then usually the Hollywood movies will take 7 to 8 years to make into reality. Then luckily, the beautiful woman again, Twinkle, is played a very important role. She chased me for 1.5 years to get concurrence for me. Then I agreed because something you're talking on webinars, on digital platform for a bunch of people. One Bollywood movie come with an Hindi language, definitely going to create a great impact. Here the matter is not using sandpaper, not using sandpaper, not using sandpaper or price of the pad. It is matter of creating an awareness on menstrual hygiene practice. I'm very clear. Even today, I'm not talking about giving a free pad, 1 rupee less pad. No. First, to create awareness on menstrual hygiene is important. To create that, I believe that Bollywood movie is a pivotal role. That's why I agreed. It's a beautiful moment working with Balki and the whole team, like Akshay Kumar and everybody. So everybody get involved. That's why we got a best film award on the particular year for that movie.
So our students are very excitedly waiting in the wings to put their questions across to you.
Oh my
So the
God, I thought it's their
yes.
question you're asking.
Oh, they are very excited, all of them.
Fine. Okay.
So, but then we've got about 2 or 3 for you. This
Okay.
is Aditi Khanka. Aditi, can you come
Hmm.
across with your question, please?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, as you all know that you are the ultimate padman of India, and we all are very much aware about your inspiring story. But my question is, what is the next plan or mission you're working on now? What is the next plan?
Aditi asking a beautiful question because the moment. So I am not a film actor. I did a project, Dada. Then it ran for 25 weeks. Muruga sir, what is next? No. So my life, even my lifetime, will not sufficient to address this single issue only in India. Then the globe. By then, somebody they come out the truth. There is women in Mars too. So my lifetime will not sufficient. Why I'm saying, don't dilute yourself. The once you get succeed, while he scored something a big, something runs or catches. If you go and ask Sachin, what is the next game? Definitely Sachin will laugh. The same you're asking with me. This is my life. Like that, every younger generation you have to give a life to your meaning. It is not like something you did the rangoli. What is next? No, this is called life. Because 140 crores, there are so many. So what you did now from 6%, 12% to we achieved 34%. Obviously, we changed that impact. What we created from 2006 to 2020 in 14 years, the 12% of using sandpaper penetration became 34% officially. So what they did from 1947 to 2006 is 12%. From 2006 to 2020, in 14 years, it became threefold. So we are, I told already earlier, making 100%. So that's why I said, Aditya said, my lifetime not sufficient. And definitely if you are having a vision or you're becoming a solution provider, you should not dilute before what your vision you are having. Don't dilute your vision. Thank you very much.
So the next question is, what was the reaction of your family, friends, and people around you after being recognized as the real Padman of India?
The same as I said, the social entrepreneurship, because many of my family members, my relative, everybody thought he got Padma Shri, he got the award, this, and every time they are trying to see in a conversion of row of homes, a row of cars. He bought a ship, he bought a Mumbai bungalow. Like that, nothing is happening. He's wearing the same modi coat, a same shirt, a same Bolero Jeep. They don't understand what I'm doing, because the whole world is trained only to show off the success. One success, one house, the other success in Juhu Beach, one other apartment, in another apartment. So not like that. So I am here. My achievements depend on converting the percentage of women from 6% to 100%. No one accept people like you. That is a problem I'm facing even from my family. Most of the social people actually. There's a
Sounds
difficulty of
like
social entrepreneur also.
yes, sir. Sounds like music to our ears, sir. We wish we had more Mr. Arunachalams here taking up different issues. So the next question coming to you, sir, is what would you suggest should be undertaken regarding the upbringing of children to eliminate the social stigmas that are a major part of the Indian society?
You're talking about menstruation or other social stigmas, so much, or I can address only the menstrual hygiene area.
Okay, all right. So, which personality do you look up to the most from the social change makers of the modern world?
That's what I told. Completely the out of box person, or very mainly the difference between educated and educated. Very simply, I can tell. Being an uneducated person, we don't have a fear on our future. We never bother about what we are going to happen in next year, in 2024. But the same, while you are getting a graduation, even with gold medal in a reputed institute, if you come out with graduation, you have a fear on your future. So with that fear, you cannot, nothing do it for you. Then how you are going to do for society? That's what I am saying. So act like a fearless man. The fear is the biggest stigma for the younger generation to do something on social. I'm saying, I'm not asking to all the younger generation to come for philanthropy. Like a social entrepreneur, you can do something for profit. The ultimate change is a social change. Even to do that, many people, they will afraid because of the afraid on their future. I said, no need to afraid on your future. Nothing is going to happen. See, Muruga became a padman, then why not you? So come on.
So, you've been saying that you've done nothing so that, you should get recognized or get awards or get accolades. How did you feel when you received the Padma Shri? What was your feeling?
So whenever I'm receiving the award, so nothing, I got a momentum in my mind, because every award is given to me, is given to the cause. So every time, even you are calling for the webinar, so you are not calling Muruga to the webinar, you are calling the cause which I'm addressing, the women personalizing you are calling. So even today I'm talking not to become fame. Every minute I'm speaking, the menstrual hygiene awareness only spread. This part, every award the society is given across world, including the Oscar for the documentary which we won, it is to the cause which you are addressing. So this is the mindset should have all the people. The award is not given to you, it is given to the cause. You draw a beautiful art, you did a beautiful innovation, you did a beautiful invention for that, not for you. So from the day one, I know it is not nothing, even everything what I'm having, it is not for Muruga, to the cause which I'm addressing.
I think that is so wonderfully said, sir. I wish everybody could realize that. I mean, this is really something momentous for us to hear something coming from such a great man like you, who's taken up such a huge cause. So we have another student here, sir, Ansh Kulshrestha.
What's the name?
Ansh, can you
Okay,
please put
Ansh.
across your question?
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Ansh. First of all, I feel very honored that I got a chance to question a man like you. I want to ask that what were the legal challenges you faced in your wonderful journey that has made the whole nation proud?
There are so much, while I'm trying to get a pattern, because, I told I'm started rubbing shoulder with world big multinational. So that's why I'm not talking much on the struggles or the problem which I face. So nowadays, a younger generation coming forward to do something creative. So by the time talking, this is the struggle I faced. One day I chased by lion, another day I bitten by tiger. So it happened. So you can come out. So because the ultimate goal is creating something unique, and the purpose is not create something on lab and branding that and making billions. Here I'm different. I'm going to innovate this. This is what I'm going to create a social change. This is what the ultimate aim, if you have in your mind, is good. You're automatically, supported by the Almighty, or you are not agree with Almighty, but the universal law, the complete world goodness started helping you. You can come out whatever the problem you have, you will win finally. So take it granted.
Sir, how do you perceive the recent Sabrimala judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court of India, wherein the court has discarded the years-long practice of banning the entry of women to this temple when in menstruation?
Again, I told it is for the cause. Slowly, because I told it is not happened in last century or something. I wrote an article on even the labor, slaves are abandoned by 16th century, but I don't know when it started talking. It took longer time even to debate. Now we started to debate. So many changes you are going to expect. This is a step, but so many changes. I'm expecting a menstruation leave, paid leave. I'm struggling with state and federal governments of various governments across the world. It's talked in 18th and 19th century, but suddenly dropped. I'm struggling now to get leave, paid leave. So you're talking about social success. I'm talking about financial success also around menstruation. But it's a beautiful steps. So many we have to come out. There are a lot.
Men still carry a negative perception about periods. Even while buying pads for their sister, mother, wife, daughter, they get them wrapped up in newspaper from the medical shops, like you just said, sir. In India, a stigma is attached to female-centric issues. What would you suggest to such men?
First of all, while I'm talking this like this in officials, I told, don't think what we are doing, menstrual hygiene awareness, don't segregate only for women. It is for the entire population of India. They laughed. Muruga, what you're talking? What are use you are just to educating men also? We can. I said it is for the Indian population. So while we are playing padman, we cannot say only women sit, men go, boys go. So in school, while we are talking, we cannot say boys will go. So what is the purpose? I said, if men also know about women personal hygiene, the struggle, even about delivery, then seeing the girl, every man or the boy, the way they're seeing the girl, it will change. Earlier, the boy saw the girl like something. Now, the same boy or the man will see the women with dignity and respect. That is why we need menstrual hygiene awareness campaign to the men too. It's not immediately going, giving a man the knowledge and calling a street girl and talking each other. It is impossible. But automatically, if you teach about women, what they are facing, what they are doing, how they are sacrificing, how they are managing, automatically the respect built in with men mind, boys mind. Then while a women standing in electric train, in suburb train, immediately boy will stand, they will say sit. So this was the dignity and the respect will given by the boys and men automatically if they understand women personal hygiene and delivery everything.
Very true, sir. So, what type of ecosystem do you feel the government should provide to boost the social entrepreneurship in India?
So it's a big joint family. So we cannot expect everything from the federal government of India. So that's what I am saying. There are two category of people. One category, they will try to clean everything. Then they want to do a start new on the clean place. It is impossible like Indian continent. Like that, everything will be there. You started good thing from one corner, you will do some other. In all age college students started doing good, all university students started good, then everybody started doing good, the change will happen. So that's the difference between the regular pattern of thinking, cleaning everything, taking corruption away from everything. So even cleaning the home completely is impossible. Clean the room where you are living, clean the table where you are eating, slowly, corner, everybody. Then the whole home will be clean. So my advice is start doing good by every individual of the respective citizen of the country, then whole country become good.
Krishika Aneja is a student here, sir, who would like to put her question across to you. Krishika?
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me the opportunity to talk in front of the global inspiration. So, as you said, that it was a taboo talking about the menstrual hygiene of the women earlier times, and it is still a taboo to talk about sanitary pads or menstrual hygiene. When you at this point of time start talking to the audience or start talking in the institutions or in the webinar, what do you think is restricting people still to talk about the menstrual hygiene of women? Thank you.
First of all, they don't know what they can talk because everything they heard is the wrong one. Because they hear the taboos, the girl in period should not walk in the home, she should not enter in that puja room. If she touches the pickles, it become perish. So like that, everything is wrongly feed, wrongly memorized, wrongly conceived. So with that, what we will understand? So we started dialogue. Then we have to give the new area. We have to take out the pen drive in their mind. We have to put the new. Then they will start talking dialogue. Now we have to clean like that, we have to feed the real information. The menstrual hygiene blood is not what you talk like that, it's not filled of virus, nothing. Even spill like that, everything from science to taboo, everything you have to show practically. We showed because even a big company spend 30 crores, touch the pickle, they will come out a project, your advertisement campaign like that. So like that, even while working, a biggest taboo in a tribal village, there is a belief if the particular community women are using or girl are using the pad, the goddess of their community will take the vision of the girl. Then how they will talk, how they will use. Then we will set up the machine in the tribal area. The women started using. Then the other women go to the other women. They sew the eyes. I used the napkin for last 2 months. Nothing happened to my eye. This way we are giving change even to women. Then how to the common man like that. So we have to feed the real, message. Then we can convert. Now the real message is zero. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, Jayashree Industries is recognized not only in India, but in countries like Nigeria, Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, Nepal, and Bangladesh. How did this come about? Do you have any expansion plan in any other part of the world?
The moment you say expansion, there is only way being a big corporate. So the moment I become a big corporate, the cost which I'm doing, it becomes change. So now say I'm selling some baratas, a stuffed barata, making at my home, I'm selling at the cost. Suddenly I become a multi-floor star hotel, I'm saying the same quality of barata will give on the same price. It is impossible. So like that, I want to spread this social entrepreneurship activity, same style across globe. I'm a little bit greed. I'm trying to create a company with completely women, not a corporate, but it will play more than a corporate, like a cooperative model of doing things like how the AMUL is doing. You know, it's a corporate, but it's not a typical type of corporate. But I'm trying to pick a corporate. Even the stakeholders are the women of the respective country. So I'm a little bit greedy, but I will succeed. So then only it will give the real benefit to the society. If I become a company, then I have to pay, CTC, 1 crore to a manager, another CTC. So whole become base. So instead of, I want to make this as a company owned by women of the world. That's what I am trying to create, a new form of company. Maybe it's become a global model, first company, which I'm trying.
Wow, a company owned by the women.
Yes,
sounds
completely
so
owned by women. Yeah.
Yes.
From machine manufacturing to pad, everything.
So your focus has been women empowerment, and you've offered employment to many women. What, according to you, are the various ways and means for women empowerment in India?
I thank our ex-finance minister Arun Jaitley. He is the person really. I met in a party. Then while the coffee time, I said, "Sir, you provide sanitary pad to each and every school girl. We can see the change in Indian GDP." He laughed. What is the connection between a sanitary pad and Indian GDP? I said, we are in India, we men only trying to work. We are trying to change India. We want to become a superpower, duper. But we kept all women, sisters, mothers, everybody in, cattle field and in kitchens. How India going to be a superpower? Because now only I started going from 2012 only, I'm going to away from India. First I went to London. Then I started traveling across world. The very first time I landed in London or in New York or in Tokyo, I found the difference between a developed nation and developing nation. It is not the 10-lane police road or 110-floor skyscraper or the bullet train, nothing. Which are the country, the women are empowered. Very well, you can call the country as a developed nations. Which are the country, the women not empowered, you can call them as an underdeveloped country or developing country. So to develop the women, what is need? Again, not giving 100 rupees per day, a scheme, 2,000 rupees for delivery, not like that. We need to give a proper education to every girl child. Then even today, there are girls are going to school, but they're not going to school. They're taking 6 days a month leave because of the stupid non-availability of the pads to address the menstruation problem. They are not going to school. Even there is an examination, they are skipping examination. They are never passed in the class. They are not even coming out of school level. Then how they are going to get a skill training? They are going to come into Indian workforce, but provide sanitary towel to each and every school girls. Then they will finish the school, at least school level. Then they will take at least a small skill training. They will join in the Indian workforce. This way you can see the Indian GDP change. Then I said, why we should wait to empower the woman? Why not empower the girl? Upfront, she become a woman. That is my policy.
So India is the youngest nation of the world, which needs a new vision and thinking. What advice would you like to offer to our young generation, a segment of which is also listening to you here today?
I'm repeating, don't try to use your education to make your life as a cakewalk only to survive. It is a foolishness happening. That is why a simple virus make to lock inside the home for months. The whole life is collapsed. Nobody working freely. Luckily, speaking alone, I never wear the mask. You just think not even a single creator is not or hatched by the intuition across the world. They hatch. Why? Because everybody know only to survive in different ways, having an Audi, having a Jaguar, that's all, not more than. all the breakthrough innovation happens only in 18th, 17th, and early 19th century. The whole 20th century is criminally wasted. Not even a single innovation come, a breakthrough innovation like electricity, a steam engine, an airplane, more than the weight of an air, it can fly like that. A breakthrough innovation, nothing happened. Why? Because everybody is having a fear on the future. Everybody want to use their education to make their life into cakewalk. Please don't do that. Very mainly, don't look opportunity in your life. It is out of date model. Don't look opportunity, then you become, the moment you look for opportunity, you are dead. Instead of that, you are really a brave man or a woman. Look for a problem. Muruga found a problem. Women not using sanitary pad in India or world is a problem I took. I address with my little knowledge. I become a solution provider. I built around a business model around it. Now I am solving it like that. Every younger generation from India, they try to found a problem in their local areas, in India or any country, they try to become a solution provider. So this way you can also thrive with full of your heart, with a meaning to your life. Then you can change the world too. Please note, I am not calling you to become a Mother Teresa. I'm not talking here to serving the society or philanthropy. I'm here asking to become a solution provider for profit model as a social entrepreneur. Or I can tell like a butterfly. I'm a butterfly. I'm drinking honey from the flower, but the flower is not dying. I'm helping the pollination of the flower. So like that, you can be a creative butterfly, like a social entrepreneur. You can help the pollination of the whole country to thrive up. So become a solution provider, found a problem, and win in your life. That is my advice.
So after listening to you, I'm reminded of this line for the students, which can be a lesson for everybody here. Stop chasing the money and start chasing your passion. You keep saying, rather, you have been saying for the past 1 hour, sir, that you're not a film actor at some point or the other in your talk, but you're definitely a hero, sir. You're inspirational and you're a true hero, sir. Mr. Arunachalam, we are grateful for your presence here today. And as a token of our appreciation on behalf of the Asian Education Group, we would like to present a memento to you. This shall reach you very soon, sir.
Thank you very much.
And thank
This is
you
the
very
first
much.
memento I am getting online, so I can tell to the other people also.
Thank you very much, sir, for being here once again.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.